what do people fight over? They fight over custody and money. Well, custody, he had as much chance of getting custody as the Ayatollah.
Welcome to News Beast. We've got Raoul Felder, divorce lawyer to the stars, sir. Good to see you.
Good. Nice to see you.
So we're doing our update on the TomKat divorce. As you predicted, it settled quickly.
Yes.
What were your thoughts when you heard that this had followed your predictions?
Well, I really felt certain it was going to happen because what do people fight over? They fight over custody and money. Well, custody, he had as much chance of getting custody as the Ayatollah. He had Scientology, he had three devils, Scientology, third marriage, and jumping up and down an office couch. So he wasn't going to get custody. Money, well, they had a prenuptial agreement, so there was no place for anybody to go. Tom was in Iceland. They were finally assigned a judge, a very good judge, and it was going to be next week, so that was it. The script was written.
The clock was ticking.
Yeah.
Obviously, the settlement is sealed, but given your extensive experience, what do you feel is likely to be the components of a settlement of this kind?
Most important of all, confidentiality clause, because they both want confidentiality. He has a triple reason for wanting it because he has the 800-pound gorilla in the room, Scientology, and they put pressure on him, I'm sure, to settle it. So confidentiality. The money is the money. It's in the prenuptial agreement. But you know, when you have a lot of money, money is a cheap commodity. So he probably threw some more money at her. And that's about it. He wants visitation. I'm sure she could care less. She wanted to protect the child against Scientology. She's a little hysterical in the way she wants to protect the child.
Or informed.
Or informed. She says, according to what the Mail says in London, that she can't be within spitting distance of anybody who has Scientology. She has to turn around, you know, totally isolating the child from Scientology.
That may be too extreme.
Yeah, a little extreme. But certainly that's a component, that Scientology is not going to be the third person in the marriage. And pretty much everybody goes home.
Everybody goes home
and
lives
always
to
get paid.
And that, you would think, is perhaps the most important thing.
Well, you know, it depends how you look at the telescope.
What is the significance of her coming to New York was very significant in terms of custody. What is the significance of her allegedly staying in New York? I mean, is it a matter of more than physical separation?
Well, I think she stayed in New York to show she meant business. Bear in mind, he stayed in Iceland, which was tip-off. He wasn't going to come to court. It's never going to happen in court. But she stayed here, so she was giving the pretense pretty good that she was here for the long ride, and if necessary, next week she'd be in court.
What about actually, in the aftermath of a divorce like this, not being in LA, but being in film, obviously that has certain career costs, but to what extent is there also, is she protected from any attempt at retrbution by Scientology career-wise?
Well, I don't think she has any danger from Scientology. They don't want to be attached to the case at all. I think an organization that some people say is a cult thrives on secrecy, thrives on darkness. They don't want people looking in to find out he's a theon or whatever he is, telekinetic powers and all this nonsense. So, and in New York, it's easy to blend because it's a city full of crackpots and uniquely individual kind of people, and everybody's. If Tom Cruise walked down 57th Street, he'd get a couple of stairs, but that's it.
Yeah. Predictions looking forward.
They lived happily ever after, I guess. The three of them: Scientology, him, and her.
Raoul Felder, thank you for coming to News Beast.